Hey everybody, and welcome to Geeks and Drinks. I'm Jason.
Jordan.
It's been a couple weeks since our last episode, but life's been very, very busy for a number of reasons, work being one of them. But the other is we took some time off, had to support our bartender.
We did some shit.
Oh yeah, had to go out to Vegas for a bit. Oh god, it was such a horrible
you said
thing.
That we had to.
Yes. Well, come on, we had to support our friend / bartender / all around good guy.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was what was it? The World Bartending Championship, essentially a flared comp. There's a video on the YouTube page you can check out of him. He did an amazing job, although he only got 3rd place. But it's an improvement since last year when he got, what, 4th place? 5th place?
No, he didn't even compete last year.
Oh, he didn't even compete last year? Oh, okay.
No,
Well,
last year it was one of the other bartenders, Keith. He placed 3rd as well.
Okay.
But no, apparently the only reason why he failed was because part of the grading as well is taking like a written quiz prior to.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently he just completely glossed over 2 of the answers.
Ouch. So he got knocked out due to a technicality.
Yeah. Even afterwards, he's like,
That
sucks.
sucks.
Even afterwards, like, yeah, the answer was this, and the other one was this, and this. Like, we can't give you credit because you didn't actually write it down when we gave you the test.
Oh, that sucks. Oh, well. There's always next year, if he competes next year.
Like, normally he doesn't even compete.
Yeah. It was great to see him out there competing, though.
Yeah,
So
he enjoyed it.
we had fun, too, wandering about here and there. But speaking of drinks, our drinks for this week, aside from our usual RedBreast, is Karl Strauss made its own Octoberfest beer. And
Not bad.
yeah, it's not bad at all. Everything has their own Oktoberfest version now.
Oh, yeah.
It's the usual thing.
Yeah, it's you know,
Although it seems like
the beer equivalent of the white girl thing of having pumpkin everything.
pumpkin spice, yeah. Although I will say that the number of pumpkin-related drinks, alcoholic and otherwise, I think I got a spike this year. It's everywhere.
Well, dude, when we were in Vegas, we had the Leinenkugel pumpkin beer. It tastes like fucking pumpkin pie in a glass.
Yeah? Yeah, that was interesting. It was like, where's the whipped cream on it?
We were also drinking heavily. Well,
And-
not heavily.
And
but
playing beer pong, so.
brightest day, motherfucker.
This guy, so I still don't believe you that this is like your thing. regarding this. So,
no. I mean, well, because, all right, back in the day when I used to drink, like, a lot, like, almost every day of the week, my secret skills, if I was playing beer pong, if I pounded a beer before throwing,
you
I'd
got
make
better,
it.
yeah.
Hence, the old joke where when I played in that tournament, it's like, oh shit, Popeye's got a spinach. I think I've told you that story.
Mm-hmm.
But as I got older, I can't drink as much. I remember I got really drunk at a party, and I was, like, just fading in and out. And in an effort to sober myself up, I'm like, okay, what's something that's hard that you can sometimes remember? Okay, the Green Lantern Oath. So, like, as a way of, like, sobering up to make sure I could still shoot, I would, like, take a deep breath and recite to myself the whole oath. I made the mistake of telling Jason this after I had already beaten him for the 2nd time.
Yeah.
And he gave basically exactly as you guys just saw right now, like that disbelief.
Like, this can't be right. And then you
And then
did
I took a
it.
deep breath, recited the whole thing, shot, and then made it, and just walked away. The only thing I was missing was the V-neck and leather jacket. Just like an action movie badass.
And it was beer pong instead of saving the world. But anyways, it was still fun. We'll
Saved
play
my
again.
world from boredom. Actually, no, the whole trip was fun. But beer pong livens up any event.
This is true. Very
Like
true.
high school graduation parties. It's not every day you play your stepdad at a game of beer pong. You just go, let's do this. Then Mia Hamm style, rip off your shirt and run around.
I have.
Just start doing laps.
Yep, I have the pictures to prove it.
Goddamn right.
Oh, that was an amazing day. But yeah, let's talk about some new stuff. The big thing right at the gate, some Star Wars news. I know we're recording this on Friday, the 16th of October. So this upcoming Sunday, they're going to release the first official poster. They released a couple, I guess you can call them teaser posters, whatever have you. But as you notice, like with all the past, I guess we have to call all 6 movies. I normally say all 3, but the past 6 movies, they have an official poster. And the trilogies have a certain theme, how they're designed. So this one will most likely be a brand new design. We'll find out on Sunday. But Monday is the big day because not only will you receive yet another brand new trailer, but also that's the day where you can actually buy your tickets for the midnight or, let's face it, 7 p.m. showings of Star Wars Episode 7.
I hope they don't do that.
You know what's going to happen.
I know, but doesn't mean... I'm sorry. I understand people are old, they want to go to bed early, and they don't want to do the whole midnight thing. Look, I have a grown-up job now. I understand the getting tired at 10 o'clock. But when you do that, it cheapens it.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I can go see it at 7 o'clock and then be out before I usually have my dinner.
Yeah, but at that point, you're not seeing it the day it comes out. Like at least before, it's like midnight. Showings weren't even at midnight. It was 12:01, which is why they would get away with it.
Exactly.
And now it's like, oh, technically it comes out the day
And there was
before.
always a big thing about it is that you would have people who would stay in line for like most of the day. People would dress up. People would, bring a whole bunch of stuff to basically camp out for the whole day, if not longer.
No, I never did that.
I did the whole. I'll hang around for like.
I'll explain in a second.
I get there like early in the morning. I'll for a couple of those things. I remember doing it for Episode 2. I remember doing it for the Lord of the Rings and Two Towers. That me and my friends would get there. I mean, it's a midnight showing, but we wouldn't get in line till like 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, we would bring chairs and chest full of God knows what.
I was way more low key, and the reason why you heard the what in the background was because Jess, she likes reminding me of this, and I always thank her for it. When we went and saw Dark Knight at midnight, I wouldn't say strategically planned, but I plotted it specifically where it was just me and my buddy Moses got there at like 9 in the morning.
Okay.
And it was just him and I camping out, just, cell phones. Well, fuck, we didn't have smartphones, just regular cell phones. And, like maybe a handheld, like a Nintendo fuck off Game Boy thing.
Right.
And then as people would show up, it's like your price for getting in to like in with us, because you didn't wait in line at 9 a.m. like we did. You brought something.
Right.
One friend brought sodas and drinks, and they were like Red Bull or something like that. Jessica I didn't even have to ask her, and she was just kind enough to be like, I showed up with 2 pizzas. They're the Batman Domino pizzas. Fuck yeah.
I don't remember the Batman Domino pizzas. Did they?
Yeah, for Domino's had the Gotham style pizza, which I think it was just like an inch bigger and extra pepperoni. Like it wasn't anything exciting, but it was Gotham style with whatever fuck off reason.
It's marketing.
Yeah. But like that's what it was. Like we were just like, okay, first people to get there, what they bring is the fact that they got you a fucking spot. Second person usually brings like drinks and shit like that. Third person, food, and you just keep going down and down the row. The one thing I do regret about that is because I knew all my friends wanted to see it with me as like the resident nerd. I made the mistake of basically going, okay, who wants to go? Let me know. I'll buy tickets, and then you can just pay me back. I didn't expect like, I had like 22 friends be like, we want to go. I'm like, oh, fuck.
That's a lot of money for tickets.
And then basically like within that next week, because like basically it enveloped my entire fucking paycheck, I spent that next week being a drug dealer, going back to all my friends like, so where's my money?
Where's my money?
Like I printed out your fucking Fandango ticket and it'll hand it to you, but where's my money? Like I felt weird because like I remember I had to go to fucking Home Depot where my buddy was working. And he's like, yeah, I'm on shift right now. Like I'll meet up with you afterwards. I got shit to do. I'm coming in. Literally just walked in. Here's your ticket. Where's my money? I regret nothing. It was still fun.
Oh yeah, of course.
I was sober. It was weird. It was a different time in my life.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But no, like again, the movie theater we usually go to for midnight movies, I don't even know if it'll even be an issue. I mean, because the way they normally do it, they kind of. I mean, I understand erring on the side of caution and just doing it anyways. It's money you're gonna be spending. Just fucking throw it up front and at least guarantee yourself a ticket. But I don't know.
It's one of those things where if you know you're going to be watching a certain place and time, you might as well just buy the ticket. But in places like, the AMC where you go see it at, where they have like, 20, 25 screens, and they'll most likely keep on expanding as they go along, that's understandable. But here's the thing, though. This is kind of like the exception to the rule. This is fucking Star Wars. Well, this is one of the things that they will sell out, release a new theater, sell out in 30 seconds, release another theater.
Everyone will fucking be there for it.
Easily.
But here's the scary part, and here's something basically no one knows. I made a promise to go watch it with a friend of mine. The only problem is they live like 5 hours away. So I may not even see Star Wars with the idiots and everyone else.
Wow.
Because dude, I'm a man of my word. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. So it'll be interesting when all the friends are like, so where are we going to see Star Wars? I don't know where you're going to see it, but I'm fucking driving out to Clovis to go see it.
Oh, fuck that, babe. We're going to the fancy theater.
Monday.
We're old, and I appreciate walking in, have a nice Starbucks, and like, fuck you young kids.
Young whippersnappers.
Hey man, I'll show up in a robe and some lightsabers, do some cool, sweet dance moves.
Oh, there's the number of lightsabers that'll show up in any freaking place. People will probably cosplay. People will.
Let's see, I'm just afraid people like late at night will start fighting with lightsabers, and there'll be that one candy kid that just shows up. Just it's like, this is not that time. Get the fuck away from me. I hate the fact that I know they're called candy kids.
I'm just waiting for someone to show up wherever we go. We end up going to see it. Puts a boombox over their head and starts playing the Star Wars disco version.
Did you know I used to play that all the time at Buffalo?
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, because they had like the.
They had the jukebox.
Uh-huh.
Like the band that the artist it's by is Deco.
And you're just like
DECCO.
every time, just put it.
Like for a good 3 weeks straight, just every shift I worked. I would just dance around the aisles like fucking Bigfoot and Goof Troop, the Goofy movie. Just shimmy my way past the table. We good? Yeah, we are. That was fucking fantastic.
Oh, that's hilarious.
But no, like it'll be cool. Like I'm very intrigued to see what the poster is. It's the word. I don't know. Every time they keep releasing information like this, I get they want to keep us informed.
Mm-hmm.
But like with posters and videos and blogs and shit like that.
Well, even look at all
I kind of wish there was like a media blackout in terms of movies now. Like I remember hating Christopher Nolan when he came out and said if I could just like not release a trailer, I fucking would.
Yeah, exactly.
And I get that now because now like with movies like Avengers and shit like that, or most comedies nowadays, it's like I saw the funny bits in the trailer or I already know what's gonna happen because I saw the trailer, and it kind of ruins that.
It does to a point, and I will say that at least J.J. Abrams, Kathleen Kennedy, and the rest of the people who are working on Star Wars kind of understand that. Now, granted, we were getting a freaking onslaught of Star Wars merchandise, memorabilia, some news, a poster, a couple trailers, and we're
like
the
rapiest
months
holiday
away.
ever, Force Friday.
But they've already turned around and basically said everything that's been released, including all the toys, only have spoilers for the first third of the movie. Everything else is being held back until the movie comes out, and then you'll see everything else.
See, that I haven't heard.
So I'm very thankful for that. I remember walking around World of Disney, seeing all the Star Wars toys and whatnot, looking for my BB-8, didn't have it, god damn it.
I almost bought you one, remember?
I know,
you
almost did. I'm going to hold off on it. It's $150 for a toy.
It's 50.
That was the other one. The one I want is $150.
Fair enough. Yeah,
Yeah.
now, you know I love you, but not that much.
Yeah, exactly. But everything that's been put out there has, phrases that, the characters speaking. They have all the information on the backs of the boxes.
Yeah.
All of that apparently is only in the first third of the movie. They will not release anything else or even put it in distributors' hands until the movie's out.
Good.
So I'm like, thank you.
I was unaware of this,
that.
but that's amazing.
Yeah, that is. I appreciate that more than you know. So even though people could say, "Oh, I know what's going to happen. I have all this information," you only know the first, like maybe.
Well, dude, that was the greatest thing. Like, I understand. Like, I make the joke when they retconned all the books.
Mm-hmm.
You heard 1,000 nerds cry out at once, and then were silenced.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like, that's fucking brilliant. That because I mean,
you're now into unknown territory.
Yeah, you don't know what's gonna happen, and that's fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's a lot of great stuff that happened within the extended or the expanded universe that I truly enjoyed reading and watching. But at the same time, though, the fact they went, okay, most of the stuff is now just legends. It's not part of the official canon anymore. Because now they have a blank slate to go forward. And I'm like, that's kind of scary, but at the same time, very, very cool.
That's what J.J. Abrams does.
Mm-hmm.
Think about Star Trek.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
Time travel.
Mm-hmm.
Except this time they're like, fuck it, retcon.
Yeah, alternate universe. You mean nothing's ever happened the same way? Oh. So I can, yeah.
See, because I'll never forget when it first came out, like, because I the books and everything else, I'm like, yeah, just so you know, Han Solo dies. And everyone's just like, what the, why would you say that? I'm like, well, in the books, like, that's kind of what fucking happened. Like, I think that was the Thrawn trilogy, wasn't it?
Something like that, yeah.
Thrawn? I don't know. I keep getting that and Eobard Thawne mixed up, so I could be fucking wrong. Reverse Flash. But no, like, that was one of my big, like, fuck you nerd moments.
Mm-hmm.
Like, right up there with I told you when I trolled that one girl about Walking Dead.
Yes.
I'm like, Han Solo dies. What? Yeah, this and this happens. Why would you say that? That's so mean. I'm like, Yeah.
Well, like,
And I can
like
only
Sweden-
imagine, like, I doubt it will, at least I hope it doesn't. Like, if that's what happens in the movie,
Well, like there's always
it'll end Southern California's drought. Just like nerds in theaters everywhere just crying
no,
buckets.
it wouldn't because it'd be too salty. But
all the salt.
all the salt. But it was like with like Harry Potter when the books were still coming out. There was videos of trolls going out to like the midnight release and who got early when it was leaked, and they were like Snape kills Dumbledore, and people just losing their shit because they haven't read it yet. So
God bless you, internet.
the internet
Provider of all information, either wanted or unwanted.
and just random shit too. Remember like smash my Xbox, smash my PS3, smash my
Yeah.
inter device. Apparently they're still around doing shit. Like smash my iPhone 6 Plus, and I'm like, yeah, I understand. The shock value of the first one was like, hey, PS3, $600. People were in line for days trying to get it, and people had money provided by other people to go out and just record them buying it and just destroying it.
Here's the sad thing about that. Like, I remember when that first happened, I was like, well, that sucks. Well, because they destroyed it. That means they just wasted, like, X amount of time, X amount of money, just for all, like, 30 seconds of
Yeah,
just going, fuck you, nerds.
But you gotta think though that even though that PS3 cost $600, they probably got 4 or 5 times that.
Oh, just from views and shit like that.
And just from views and ads and donations.
Well, that's why luckily I've never actually seen one.
Yeah.
Luckily the closest I've gotten was one of like one of the YouTube channels. It's called For Tax Reasons. They did a video that made fun of something like that. That's the closest I've gotten. But because because the internet, you know about shit even if you don't actually know it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, it does. You can be aware of stuff that has happened in the internet verse.
It's like I know this exists. I know how it all plays out. But if
I'm not gonna watch it. No, yeah.
Yeah, like I don't see the point in watching some asshole just destroy something and go, give me money.
Yeah, exactly.
No. It's like paying attention to a 5-year-old being fucking an asshole. Like a 5-year-old.
Exactly. Let's move on to some news out there. The next Batman animated movie, I should say, they released a trailer for it called Batman Bad Blood.
It don't look bad. I mean, it looks like a DC animated movie. Like you could watch it and just kind of be like, oh, okay, that was interesting. Mm-hmm. Not really give a shit after that.
Well, because ever since when they announced that they were working on Killing Joke, it doesn't matter what anything else WB and DC release in terms of animated movies. It's not going to compare in my mind to what I am looking forward to, what I am anticipating.
And I'm glad you mentioned that because I know this is something I definitely wanted to touch on, and you probably forgot about it prior to doing this. The fact that Warner Brothers came out and said they greenlighted the possibility of a rated R version of Killing Joke.
Doesn't mean that.
Yeah,
they're not.
They're not saying that that's what the rating is.
But now
they're saying we've greenlighted it. They're saying if you want to do it, that's cool. We'll allow it.
Considering some of the content that happens within that story, it's very easily doable to get to that point.
It's PG-13. It's like I would say hard PG-13. I wouldn't say R.
I would say a light R. They could easily toe that boundary from PG-13 to R.
Oh yeah, just because it's Batman and because it's animated, they might be like, no, fuck this, it's an R. I could see that.
Just for the marketing purposes.
Yeah, but
alone.
if it was anything else, it'd be like, oh, fucking PG-13. Because that comic doesn't have a lot of cursing.
No, it doesn't.
There's very, very minimal nudity. Like you get some bare skin, but it's not like you're seeing like vaginas and titties everywhere.
Exactly.
It's just, there's no violent. There's not really overtly super anything violent.
But it was very perfectly done because there's indications of all of that, but you don't have to see that.
Like one of my favorite reasons why I love old movies is the fact that you're not shown violence.
But you are aware of
the implication of it, the fact that it's implied violence, means so much more.
Yeah, exactly. I don't need to see a person getting shot, but if I see him being dragged into a hospital or being dragged into the street, or the implications that happen before and after an event like that, I think have far more psychological implications than actually seeing the act itself.
And I hate using this as a reference. I believe the best example of that is in Reservoir Dogs. When he chops the dude's ear off and he just fucks him up. Do you actually ever see it?
Gets in close, camera pans right.
You just see his back and you just see him working and you hear him screaming. You don't actually see it. Like you see him lean in and you hear a bit of a scream and then you don't see anything.
Because your mind
and that was more terrifying because your mind will fuck with you way more than actual visual stimulation can.
Because you're watching it and your brain's like, doesn't matter what you're trying to make it not do. It's going to look at that situation, hear everything that's going on, see what you're seeing, and at the same time go, what's actually happening, and will go freaking nuts.
Oh, and my imagination's already fucked, so... like, you show me the smallest thing, and I'm like, well, what if this happens? What if that happens? Oh, man, could you imagine if this happens?
Mm-hmm. Good times. So, yeah, Batman Bad Blood will be released early 2016. Jumping over to Marvel, it has been finally confirmed after weeks of rumors and speculation that Hulk will be included in Thor 3, Thor Ragnarok.
Oh yeah, it's how you keep him around without violating the Universal rule.
This is
or effect where you can't have a solo Hulk movie.
The thing is, though, with this, is that it is not just a bit part. This is actually a very central, key aspect of the storyline for Thor Ragnarok. Which my hope, thinking of that is, and I'm going pretty far out there...
Turner and Hooch, but instead of like Tom Hanks, you have Thor, and instead of Hooch the dog, you have Hulk.
There's that, yes, but I'm thinking what happens at the end of it. He gets thrown on another planet. This becomes an introduction to Planet Hulk.
Not gonna happen.
You don't think it's gonna happen?
I don't think Planet Hulk will ever happen. One, did you ever see the animated movie?
Unfortunately,
exactly. It was one of those movies I bought, so super hyped for. Watched it once, and went, oh.
Yeah.
My buddy Eric asked. He's like, oh yeah, was it any good? Not really. Oh really? I'm like, do you want to watch it? Yeah. Here you go. Oh dude, I totally forgot. I'll get that movie back to you eventually. Fucking keep it. I don't even want the memory of that thing.
Well, that's the thing though. I blame the people who were working on the animated movie for that. Then again, I could be also skewed in my view of it because I enjoyed the comics so much that I was hoping for something decent in an animated form.
Before Avengers 2 came out, wasn't that what we were hoping?
That's like, true. We
Ultron
were hoping
would have
for
just
it,
been like, "Fuck you," and then launched his ass into space.
Yeah. But this has a little more possibility with that. The fact they're already up in the cosmos, doing the whole buddy cop kind of thing throughout the universe.
Derpty.
I mean, the potential.
But how is he gonna calm down if he doesn't have that sweet Scarlett Johansson doing that weird, almost hand touching? Not even touching, almost
like ghost.
They were just like ghosting over each other, like yeah. It's like really there was more intimacy in fucking Casper the Ghost with Christina Ricci.
I still gotta feel bad for.
Oh, God, that movie was weird.
Oh Jesus, yeah. No, I still feel bad for not Scarlett Johansson, but the character. Black Widow in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. She keeps on getting
nerfed so hard.
Well,
non-nerds,
it's like Rodney Dangerfield. I can't get any respect.
I get no respect
because the whole fact she had very little to do in the second movie. She was almost basically a sexy lampshade.
Well, no, look at it this way. Her first appearance was in Iron Man 2.
Yes,
that made sense. You knew nothing about her, but you saw that she was kind of a badass.
Yes.
2. I have one in front of me. Her second appearance was Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she was kind of a badass, kind of useless, with the exception of the one time she fucked with Loki. But it was fucking awesome.
She had that one scene in Iron Man 3. No, 2.
That's where she started, Iron Man 2.
Yeah, I'm bad.
Like I said, Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2.
Avengers. Then Captain America, Winter Soldier.
Which, that one kind of makes sense.
That was awesome, and that's spoilery, and maybe I'll touch on it later.
Yeah.
And then 4 was Avengers 2. Because she never really showed up in anything else.
But at the same time, though, she went from badass to Avengers 2, where she was just like, yeah, I had a relationship.
Like a Bond girl.
Yeah. Like, what happened to you?
You're there just to inspire erections.
Here's the thing, though. The reason I bring it up is because they already released the box art for the upcoming Avengers Age of Ultron Blu-ray.
Movie's already out, dude.
Nowhere.
No, it's not even. Is
it already out?
Yeah, it's fucking out already. It's been out. It's been out for like a week or 2 now.
I haven't picked it up yet,
Jesus,
but she's not nowhere on it.
No, remember we even discussed this.
Yes,
I was so pissed. One of my friends, Melanie Stein, like her and I go back and forth on Black Widow because I don't know why she loves Black Widow so much, but I definitely do, and it's something we kind of bond over. But every fucking turn that happens, it's like, why? Black Widow could be so cool, and you're just fucking mishandling it.
Mm-hmm.
And when we fucking met Joss Whedon at that fucking bar, and I even told you my biggest regret was not saying, what the fuck did Black Widow, dude? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Especially that man, who has a history of writing strong female characters. That is what the man does.
That and also killing off people you love.
Well, Game of Thrones. It's just good writing.
Wash.
Well, no, it's good writing.
Mm.
You know, basically trying to keep someone in that feeling of knowing no one is safe.
This is
Look
true.
at Walking Dead.
Yeah.
It's disbanding normal rules of writing and something like that. It's like, oh, you're a named character, you can't die. Bullshit. Boom, dead.
Yep. Sure.
So that, I mean that, but it's like this man who is known for making strong female characters is given a strong female character, literally just handed to him from Jon Favreau. And then what does he do? Fucking shits the bed.
But here's the thing, though. I will play devil's advocate at this moment because I believe that it wasn't entirely Joss Whedon's fault. I believe that that Story Trust board that they had, that they just recently disbanded over at Marvel, had something to do with that. I really think that's what happened.
It's not right.
It's not right what happened, but at the same time...
And this is even one of my weird, like, oh, she's a ginger, like, moments. Like, it was just bullshit.
Yeah, the character was just written off like a subnote. I mean, it was horrible. But that's besides the point. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Hulk is going to be in Thor 3. They're going to almost like be a buddy cop in space.
Well, no,
kind of
like
thing.
that's the dangerous thing because they even said like this movie's going to be fucking dark.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe not buddy cop, but some kind of weird team up. Which I don't even know how the fuck that's going to happen.
Who knows? We'll see.
Thor 2 sucked hard. I'm just. You had 9 as the villain, and it still just sucked hard.
Mm-hmm.
It was not. Anywho, so let's move on. Warner
Yeah.
Brothers is actually doing something cool for once.
Yeah, so we've talked about numerous times on the show that it seems like Hollywood is not happy with making anything just a standalone.
So it doesn't
everything has to be a fucking franchise. And apparently this is the same case with King Kong. They announced that Godzilla and King Kong will battle each other out on the big screen in 2020. Yes, it'd be Godzilla versus King Kong. And the thing is, though, for this
Do you think he's going to have that sweet, like, jump fly thing that he had in the original? He, like, jumps, tucks his legs back, and just kind of fucks off backwards?
Here's the thing, though. They're going to have to change King Kong from previous versions. Because in previous movie versions, King Kong was, like, maybe 10 stories tall, if that.
Okay.
In Godzilla. Because they're going to keep the actual Godzilla from that movie that just came out a few years ago. He was towering
the fat
over
American Godzilla, yeah.
Yeah, he was towering over fucking skyscrapers. So it's like it's not even really a competition at that point. You just stomp on him and be done with. So we'll see what happens with that.
Well, I mean, that was an issue that even happened in the original. They just kind of wrote it off like King Kong's even bigger now.
Yeah,
just to kind of balance it out.
They'll have to do something because Kong Skull Island comes out in.
Do you think he's gonna try to choke him with the tree? Eat your broccoli. Oh, God
damn it!
So awesome.
Oh yeah, Kong Skull Island will be coming out in 2017. Godzilla 2 will come out in 2018, and then you have Godzilla vs. Kong in 2020. That is not going to be the end of it because Warner Brothers has already reached a deal with Toho to bring back some of the other characters into this universe, including Rodan, Mothra, King Ghidorah. I love these Godzilla movies back in the day. Am I going to enjoy them as much with this Warner Brothers version?
Oh, God, yes. Did you enjoy Godzilla?
Yes, I did.
I mean, minus the human aspects, but, I mean, to be honest, as much as that made me sad, that's pretty fucking close to what an original Godzilla movie was.
This is very
it's
true,
like,
because there
fuck
wasn't...
the actual backstory, like, no one gives a shit.
Exactly.
People are talking, it's like, no. Let's get back to, you know, these...
And they already said for Godzilla 2, there's going to be more the kaiju fighting than more the human element of it, so...
So hyped. It's gonna be so good.
I'm hoping. I'm cautiously optimistic at this point.
Speaking of Toho, though, you know what we should talk about? We saw the Attack on Titan movie. That was something that we did.
Did we want to publicly admit that?
Yeah. It was something that we did.
It was a thing.
We shared something real. Don't hide from it. No, like my good buddy Brian, like he bought tickets because they're doing the movie theaters have those weird Fathom event things.
Yep.
Where it's like for one night only. So he bought us tickets and we went and saw Attack on Titan, the movie.
Part 1.
That was a thing. That was hour and a half, 2 hours of my life. I
You experienced something.
yeah.
It
I
wasn't
was gonna say squandered or wasted, but yeah,
No, it was a
had an
thing.
experience. Yeah, I guess that's a nicer way of putting it, because that movie was.
Oh yeah.
Well, dude, what bothered me more than anything, like, they kept, like, the promo photos, they kept showing the one Titan, like, the giant, creepy, Joker-mouthy one.
Mm-hmm.
And that thing's fucking terrifying. That was awesome.
It was.
But then you watch it and go, oh, you were in there for, like, 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And now there's a weird love story.
If you were expecting the anime series or even the manga series, you're gonna be sadly mistaken. Someone took the characters in name only. Not even the
Awkward
designs
love
were
triangle.
correct. Yeah.
Who are we guessing has cancer? I'm guessing it's Levi.
You think-
Levi probably has cancer, and that's why she's shacking up with him. But he's only got 1 year to live.
That's why he's such a badass with everything. And
Yeah,
taught her to be a
because
badass.
he has no fear, because he knows he's
gonna
living
die.
on borrowed time. Boom! We just solved the second movie that we haven't even seen yet.
Which we're gonna see on Thursday.
Because the whole point of that movie is it's broken into 2 parts. We just saw part 1.
Part 2 is
we
next.
experienced it, to say the least.
Part 2 is next week.
Part 2 is in 6 days.
That's gonna be interesting.
I'm bringing a flask.
We're gonna kind of need it for this one.
A flask does not carry enough booze for what we may experience.
No, that's nothing compared to what's possibly coming in the future.
What, Die Hard 6?
Die Hard 6. Fox announced that it's in development, and not only that, it's going to be a prequel.
What?
It's a prequel. Bruce
Not
Willis-
even that. The fact that you pulled up the thing that says Die Hard 6 in development, a prequel that can include Bruce Willis. Because they're going to have, McClane the baby.
But here's the thing,
Because he looks
though.
like a grown baby. Because he has no fucking hair. Because
What-
he's old as shit.
What they're saying is that it's going to take place back in 1979, back when he was an NYPD cop. How could he...
The fuck?
There's going to have to be a lot of CGI for this.
That's putting it lightly, Jessica. Are they going to Tron Legacy it?
I really hope not. I really, really hope.
I hope they do, and it's terrible CGI, like it's just like an old school Jib Jab cartoon.
It's gonna be
Oh
like
god, so it's just
Looper.
like the talking
Yeah.
heads.
No, George, it's gonna be like Looper. It's gonna make the person throw a liver back. Have that ridiculous chin.
I'd be okay with that. As weird as that sounds, I'd be okay with it.
Yeah, I don't know. Here's the thing, though. If you try to make the 6th version of this into a prequel, and it's supposed to be a so-called send-off for Bruce Willis, that makes...
Oh, it's even
no
better when even
goddamn
Sylvester
sense.
Stallone's making fun of you.
Oh, no, that whole thing in this article on Screen Rant about this was about the fact that there was beef between Sylvester Stallone and Bruce Willis regarding Expendables 3, because they claimed at the time, due to salary issues, Bruce Willis wanted too much. Sylvester Stallone thought he was asking for way too much. Basically kicked him out and brought in Harrison Ford. And there was this huge Twitter battle spat over it that he later apologized for. Yeah, to figure that one out, I'm not quite sure. I don't understand why they're going to be doing this. The only thing that came out of this article that was like, okay, I already knew about this, but it's still kind of cool. They already announced officially the Die Hard Limited Edition collection.
That's not even that limited. This came out before, just minus one movie.
Minus one movie and minus the special case.
No,
for
I'm
it.
almost certain that was
Did they come
already in
out-
effect. Yeah,
I really don't think they came out with this.
the Nagatami Plaza Tower thing. Yeah, no, I'm almost positive that was
I
already a thing.
don't
Once.
think it already did. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I know this came out 3 days ago, so
I mean, as
came out
awesome
beforehand?
as I am, I understand I'm with many, many faults. But I'm almost positive this Nagatomi Plaza.
I know they announced it like last year. So
No, like I remember like years ago.
okay, well I could be wrong. Internet will prove us right or wrong. We'll find out what happens by next week. But yeah, Fox.
That's right, Internet. Tell us why we're assholes.
Yeah, but
That's
Fox,
what you're good at.
You are losing your mind on Die Hard, and you're kind of losing your mind, I'm guessing, on regarding Fantastic Four. The rumor was going all over the internet earlier this week that Marvel and Fox struck a deal that Marvel was going to back Fox for these upcoming X-Men spin-off TV series in exchange for the movie rights for Fantastic Four. It has already gone earlier today. There was an announcement by both Marvel and Fox that this is not true, sadly.
I love that both parties had to come and be like, no, it's not true.
I just look at it this way. Fox has a way to reboot everything and pull what Sony did. They could easily turn around with X-Men Apocalypse, reboot their entire universe.
They already technically did that with X-Men.
Yes, they did. They could probably do it one more time.
I mean, instead we just have fucking Ivan Ooze fucking shit up.
Yeah.
I honestly think Fox is waiting to see how the Marvel deal is gonna go with Spider-Man first.
And then
Like they're gonna let someone else be the test pilot for this before they go. Okay, this works. Let's do this.
Yeah.
It's like why put your own horse in when it could end up poorly for you.
This is true. I mean, given the fact that Fox already came out and stated that yes, we've reacquired the rights for Fantastic.
Is it a wascally white?
It is a wascally white. Yes. For Fantastic Four, the sequel will come out sometime in 2020. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens with it.
My favorite's still the Ashcan one. That crazy, just fucking arm,
just a couple more things, real quick. We'll stick with the Marvel stuff for just a moment. Jessica Jones is coming out in the very near future. At New York Comic Con, they screened the first episode to a packed house, and the reviews came out absolutely just praising this series. They say it takes Daredevil and takes it to the next level.
Dude, the second I knew Kristen Ritter was involved, I was in. Jessica knows she's like I don't know what it is. She's magical.
She's yeah.
I think it was mainly her in the movie. She's Out of Your League.
Never saw it.
What?
Never saw She's Out of Your League.
Okay, you need to watch that then. Even Jessica loves that movie.
There's many movies out there that I need to watch.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens with all that.
How do you think we feel knowing that you have terrible taste?
I have terrible taste. I have terrible taste because I worked at a Suncoast twice.
Well, no, we don't even know that. Yeah, she has. Oh fuck, that's even better. That means you had access to shit and you still fucked off.
I enjoy my collection.
Yeah, let's not mention the fact that you blatantly have panty and stockings.
I like panty and stocking with garter belt.
I'm disgusted enough where I don't even have time to tell you why that's fucked up.
There are many things wrong with me, and most can't be handled by medication.
That's one of them. And the fact that you have the Star Wars Complete Saga on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
My DVDs are superior to yours.
Yeah, I agree.
I told you, remember, I bought those specifically because Jessica's like, dude, did you know that Walmart has them, like the original ones on DVD?
Not the theatrical, 96 loop special edition.
Yeah, I'm like, no, it's not the originals, Jessica. It's like the word re-edit. And she had to be like, go fuck shit in your hand. Stop. No, believe me when I tell you, if you go there, they have the theatrical versions on DVD. I went in there, and much to the fact that I don't like admitting as much, she was right. And I went and bought all 3 of them for $30.
Nice. Good to have.
Thank you, Walmart, you janky motherfuckers.
I mean, I keep on hearing the rumors, on top of rumors, that theatrical version...
When that happens, yes, I will buy them on Blu-ray. Until then...
In a heartbeat, yes.
Yeah. But anyways, back to this. Jessica Jones, I'm super excited. Kristen Ritter, dirty little secret. Gorgeous woman. And then you have David Tennant.
Yep.
You have the 10th Doctor as the Purple Man.
Zebediah Kilgrave. Now, granted, in everything we've seen so far and what's been announced in screenshots and whatnot, he is not the Purple Man as we know it.
Well, I told you, maybe he's going to pull like an 89 Joker. Where you're going to see him yelling and just kind of go like this. And then it's just purple.
You never know. I mean, considering right now the only thing we see so far in the screenshots is the only thing purple about him is his tie and his scarf. But yeah. I don't care so much how he looks. It's David fucking Tennant. The guy is a brilliant actor, and he's gonna bring
just the 10th Doctor.
Every aspect of this villain will be brought out with his performance. Is my hope. So
yeah, I'm excited for it.
We have
and we have what? We have
A month and 4 days.
Yeah, say a little over a month.
Yeah, starts out on Netflix November 20th. The entire first season. Everything that's been pointed out so far, not only from the people who watched the first episode at New York Comic Con, to I think it was IO9, some news website out there, actually was able to watch the first 7 episodes.
Well,
basically the entire time was like, you will binge watch this.
Oh yeah.
More so than you did with Daredevil.
Well, speaking of Daredevil, they also debuted the trailer for Daredevil at Comic Con New York, and the weird thing was they fucking pulled a Warner Brothers. It was shown, it got leaked, someone threw a shit fit, and then they were just like, well, we released it. No, not really, just kidding.
Yeah.
But fuck you, stop trying to share our shit. And it's like, no.
You released it in a public forum. Of course it's going to be put online.
Yeah, you kind of have to understand that's a danger of what's going to happen.
Yep.
But no, like apparently Daredevil even season 2 looks amazing. Apparently they showed Punisher and Elektra and Daredevil doing more Daredevil.
I laughed at the actor who's playing Punisher.
John Barenthal.
He actually went to the comic shop that I like to frequent up in Ventura, Hypno Comics, to get Punisher comics to understand the character. He went back numerous times to get the understanding of it. It's kind of an interesting way to see how an actor is trying to get into their role. It's not like, oh yeah, I read a comic or I read the script, it sounds very cool. No, this person went out and did his fucking homework.
I commend him for not being that weird person. It's like, oh, I met with Marvel and they gave me a stack of comics.
No, he was like, I went to a comic shop. I talked to the guy and I was like, I am playing this character. What do I need to know about this character? And just went nuts with it. Got every
Play
single
the old school arcade game, like we still need to do.
Oh God.
Dibs on Punisher. You have to play Fury.
Old school White Fury with the.
Oh yeah, the one that blatantly looks like Hasselhoff.
Yep.
Don't think I forgot that. Dude, that movie was written by David Goyer, the guy who wrote Batman Begins.
Oh.
What does that tell you? There were different standards in the 90s.
Much different. Look at all the Batman movies in the 90s.
Batman Returns was in the 90s. That was a solid movie.
But so was
Batman Mask of the Phantasm.
Okay, the animated was good. But the live action ones.
Well, Batman Forever wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't good, but I mean, it wasn't bad. It was entertaining.
Okay, I'll say it was cheesy as hell.
And then Schumacher just, yeah, that wasn't good.
We'll just leave it at that.
So many puns, though, man.
Yeah.
What killed the dinosaurs?
The Ice Age!
Chill. Makes no sense why a man who's completely frozen's fucking smoking a cigar, by the way. Let me breathe in hot ash. Yeah,
but
if I watch
ice in my veins.
Yeah, if I watch a sunrise, I fucking melt. It didn't help that when that movie came out, I remember my mom took Jess, and Jackie to go to like a fucking Old Navy for back to school shopping. Or not back to, it was just school shopping for bullshit reasons. I think my mom was just excited to go to Old Navy. And I remember finding like they had like body glitter that was like that bluish color, and I just looked at it and went,
no.
I wonder if that's where that came from. Like if even as like when I was a babby, like I was 10 years old, even looking at it, I was like, I wonder if that's what they did to Arnold. They just covered him in this shit. Like there's just some poor studio hand just taking bottle after bottle of this thing, just pouring it into a vat or on a rag, just going.
While he's
Arnold.
smoking his cigar and like he walks on the stage like, Arnold, why are you smoking a cigar? He does this now. Okay.
With like his exposed like tip plates, like, oh, why is that glass? Like that, oh my god. That movie. Like he was like the yin yang to like Lord Zed from Power Rangers. Like one was red with like a silver bikini. And the other one was just blue with a silver bikini. Mm-hmm. Could you imagine if they just decided to go fuck it? And then blatantly like there was even like ass windows? Like, Schumacher was, like, probably would have been on board with that, too.
That's sadly not part of the out.
That's fucking terrible.
Let's end it on that, actually. We've talked for almost an hour on everything, so,
But Nintendo.
You want to talk about Nintendo
Yeah,
real
why
quick?
not?
Yeah, so...
It's the dead horse that is Nintendo. They refuse to die.
Which I'm happy for, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
Nintendo's upcoming Project NX. It was announced they were working on it about a year and a half ago. Apparently, dev kits are finally getting into the hands of developers. And they
Wait, like real developers? Because I know that there was that long time where Nintendo's like, our franchises are our franchises. Off my porch.
No, actual devs.
Or, people like... Because I know they kind of broke that rule when they, like... I remember there was a while where it's like Assassin's Creed.
Mm-hmm.
There was another... Arkham Origins was one of them.
Yeah.
No, it was Arkham City. Arkham City was the one. Because when Arkham City came out, it's like, Batman has shot gloves, and you could play this on the Wii.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because that was the big deal. It's like, there's a reason why the Wii's fucking suffering. Because no one wants... no third party's going to make a game for that console, because Nintendo doesn't give a shit about you.
But yeah, so according to a report recently by the Wall Street Journal, apologies, the exact shape of the NX hardware is not yet clear. However, it looks like it's going to be both a console and a handheld. Doesn't sound all that different on paper from the Wii U, but they're saying that the handheld itself can be used separate, like on the road, like kind of you have like a Nintendo 3DS.
Yeah, like like I said, there's the 3DS. You can use it
Which
on the
can
Wii
be
U.
used for Smash Brothers, yes. They're saying that they're going to claim to use quote-unquote industry-leading chips after the criticism that the Wii U's capabilities did not match those of competitors. Yes, the Wii U is it's a little more powerful than the Xbox 360. The problem is, it came out when you had the Xbox One and the PS4. It's kind of like the Dreamcast all over again. Dreamcast was a great little system, but it was released in the shadow of the upcoming release of the PlayStation 2, and ultimately became its failure.
Well, I mean, yeah, here's the weird thing about the Dreamcast, though. Like, it had a shelf life of like 6-8 months, if that.
And there's still diehard...
But those handful of titles that came out were fucking gems.
I love them. I still have most of them.
Yeah, like, you talk to anyone, and they're like, yeah, there was this fucking Crazy Taxi, Sonic Adventure, Jet Set Radio, Knights of Sidonia? No, that's the fucking new song.
I can't remember what it was.
Knights of something. It was some weird fuck-off game.
Oh, there was Panzer Dragoon Saga. No, that was on Sega Saturn, sorry.
But it doesn't matter. Yeah. Like, they had, like, a small... In the short time that they're out, they had, a small cache of games.
Coming out $9.99, yeah.
But not even that. Like, there were, like, games that are, like, 9 out of 10. The only problem is they were too little too late.
Yep.
And, like you said, they were immediately got overshadowed by something that was going to come out eventually.
Yes, very much so. So, I'm guessing... Nintendo, hopefully, by this report is any sort of true, is actually learning from their mistakes and actually go ahead of what both the Xbox One and PS4 can handle, or at very least match what they can do to try to be a decent competitor at this point. Because let's face it, Nintendo will always be around because they have some of the most memorable IPs known to man in the video game industry.
We've already established that nostalgia is a strong fucking thing.
And they repeat that every single game iteration. They can just do Mario and Zelda games the rest of their life and make a shitload of money. Then you add Metroid, then you add Yoshi's Island, then you add...
If you can do it correctly.
Very true.
I only say that because of Other M. Not Other M. Was it Other M? The baby.
Other M.
Yeah, that game is shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you ruin a... Joss Whedon, you took notes clearly. That's how you ruin a strong female character. But as you're mentioning this, the only thing I could think of is like the old school, like in televisions where like the controllers like come off the console.
Oh yes.
Like what if it's like, oh yeah, I'm done playing my Nintendo Game Boy 3000 for the day. You just plug it into your console to charge, and when you're done, you can turn it on, pull out the little thing, and use that as the controller. Like the controller is a handheld as well, much like the Wii U, where you have the giant gamepad. But it's
the only thing though is that. With a situation like this, and they're saying that this handheld can be used like on the road and elsewhere and whatnot, you kill your 3DS sales for the sole fact that you don't have any competitors anymore. Sony's already announced they're not working on a successor to the PS Vita. You've won that handheld. Well, the thing is, it's a shrinking market, but a dedicated handheld market.
I blame Angry Birds and Candy Crush.
Well, the advent of the smartphone. The advent of the iPhone, I should say, at that point, because that's one that brought up everything with the touch phones or touch screens out there. That has revolutionized mobile gaming to the point that Nintendo's actually recognized that and went, we're partnering with a gaming company called DNA. I've known about them before.
Yeah, we talked about it in a previous episode. Yeah,
they're working on Nintendo games now. So,
Good. I hope it's
Combine
normal,
the-
good games without fucking gimmicks.
oh, there will always be gimmicks.
Well, no, like, okay, Jess can attest to this. One of our favorite games growing up, yes, we played it on Super Nintendo, but Nintendo 64, like, that was her and I, like, that's where her and I got, like, full-blown competitive with video games. Like, fuck you, I'm first, I'm gonna take you at, like, that.
Mm-hmm.
One of our favorite games was, we didn't have Mario Kart for some reason, but we had Diddy Kong Racing.
Okay.
God, I love that game. I don't give a shit. Like, we played the crap out of that game. But, like, I remember when it came out for the DS, I'm like, yeah, I get to relive my childhood. Well, childhood is whatever.
Yeah.
And as I
Relative
was-
term.
And as I was playing, I'm like, this is terrible. Like, I don't need... Or, like, I get through 1 or 2 worlds, and I'm like, I'm done. I can't even play this any longer, or I'm just gonna get mad.
Just wait till you can play Rainbow Road from Mario Kart 64 on your phone.
Mario Kart 64 didn't play... I think I played it for the first time... Oh, fuck. Maybe 6 years ago?
Really, that late?
Same thing with GoldenEye.
Yeah, okay, I can see that.
But anyways, no, this should be interesting. I would love to see Nintendo catch up. What does terrify me, though, is I think Nintendo is a little late in the game to try to be competitive.
They've always been late in the
Well,
game.
no. I think because of the Wii... Think about it. The Wii had little to no traction starting out.
This is very true.
And then they had the Wii Fit and the Wii Fit board and everything like that. Then they started to get a little more traction, attracting the casual gamer. The only problem is, because they had that initial slowdown, because they fucked up, it took them like 2 years to catch up. And by that, I mean, they kind of got their little corner of the market. But then when people started to realize that graphically and internally, like in their systems, it's not strong enough, or at least not competitively to the Xbox and PlayStation. So then they apologized with that by making the Wii U. The only problem is, by the time it took them to catch up and make the Wii U,
We were already on the
they
next
were
generation.
already there with Xbox One and PS4.
Right.
Wii U's been out for what, maybe a year and a half?
And longer than that.
Okay, so what I would say
Let's
they
say 2.5 years.
I would say they maybe beat Xbox One and PS4 by like about a year, if that.
Yeah.
And I
But
feel
that's
like
always been Nintendo. Nintendo's always done the whole, we will go down our own path.
but
At the same time, almost anything that they make prints fucking money.
But see, that's the problem though. When right now they're just treading water.
Yeah.
When you have every other like the face of gamers is changing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they're going to get in trouble for that.
Well, the whole casual gamer thing used to be like a bad word. Now it's like, that's the core gamer you want to go after.
No, I wouldn't say that. There will always be the hard. Well,
There
'cause
will always be hardcore gamers, but the thing is, though,
But most hardcore gamers have gone PC, or they're the dude bros because they consider themselves a hardcore gamer. It's like, because I play 50 hours a week on Call of Duty.
But here's the thing, though. The hardcore gamer crowd, yes, will always be there, but it is becoming a increasingly smaller percentage of the gaming population, people that will actually go out and play games. The thing is, though, you have to take into consideration people that will play the casual games, people that will go into the Nintendo eStore and download the old classic games.
But see, this
people
is
who
what's
will
dangerous. I'm becoming the casual gamer. Like, I can't.
You can't do those long hours of playing.
No. Like, if it's a good game, yes. The only problem is it's like I've been burned so much before. It's like I can't.
Well, and that's the other thing, too, is that the AAA titles out there, one, are few and far between, and part of that is due to the fact that people know that if they spend, X amount of dollars, X amount of years developing the game, and it does not capture a certain percentage of the audience right off the bat, they're not going to get anywhere in terms of revenue, in terms of...
But see, that's the problem. I think right now the gaming industry is looking, it's like, well, we can make $1 million if we make Call of Duty 9. We also have this other idea. We don't know how well it's going to play out. Call of Duty 9 is going to make us this much money. This is what we're going to make.
It's the bean counter mentality, yeah.
No, and it's fucking terrible. It's the reason why I've become a casual gamer.
They have like 3 different studios in that situation to actually take place or take over each year of the Call of Duty franchise, but that's neither here nor there. It is very sad when you see games, even like the Assassin's Creed stuff. Assassin's Creed 1 and 2, absolutely phenomenal games.
I would say 1 was really good. I wouldn't say phenomenal. 1 was pretty good. It got repetitive. I kept playing because it was fun, but after a while, it's like, Then 2 came out and just was fucking wrecked everything. It was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was one of those games where literally for like a month straight, all I did was work and then play that game.
Right. But nowadays, when you have, like, there's one coming out every year, if not every other year, you have spin-offs that show up on handhelds. You have... Yes, you always want to expand the gaming universe in order to get a larger audience and get more money out of them.
Save me, Fassbender. Save me.
But at the same time, though,
Make
really...
Ass Creed good again. Even if you have fucking Marion Cotillard. Emphasis on the word tard. I don't see it. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but Nintendo, keep doing what you're doing. You make me feel things, especially soft, emotiony, nostalgic, warm, sepia tone things.
Yes. And with that, I think we'll actually officially call this episode. It's been fun. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for another episode in the future. And for Geeks and Drinks, I'm Jason.
I'm Jordan.
Cheers, Internet.